You'll never see it in the daytime.
So do you think they could still be in Australian mainland?
We have them on our own cameras from down here. In the forest, just right down here.
What do you mean? Alright everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome along back to a brand new video. Someone's just started mowing their lawn, literally as I've just got out here. That's so annoying. Anyway, you join me from the sunny state of Queensland. I'm in Brisbane, and I've got a nice little pool behind me. I'm living the good life. I'm at our relatives. I'm fortunate to be here. Today's video is going to be about one of these little fellas here, the Thylacine. But anyway, enough of that. What we've got today is something I found quite interesting and something that actually happened in Melbourne. But that wasn't the aim of the video. The aim of the video was to go and see some dingoes. See, now when we were in Melbourne, we went to this place which was a dingo sanctuary, and it was wicked. We really enjoyed it. We filmed it all as well, and there will be a video coming about that very soon. I liked it that much, I got myself a merchandise hat. How good is that? Honestly, if you're in the area and you've got transport, go to this location, go to the dingo sanctuary. It's absolutely wicked. Now, obviously the reason we went there was for dingoes, but the big thing that happened while we were there was we got onto a conversation about the Thylacine. And to be honest, what I was told was completely out of the blue. I didn't know it was gonna happen, and I was shocked. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. Now I'm gonna play the edited clip in a minute, but just for a little bit of context, I was chatting to the person who owns the dingo sanctuary, and I wanted to know if people could mistake brindle dingoes for thylacines. Because I've heard about Papua New Guinea and maybe the thylacines are still there, but some people have said it could be a brindle dingo. For those that don't know what a brindle dingo looks like, they sort of look like this. So you can understand why people might get that mixed up. They see a brindle dingo and they think thylacine, if they didn't know any better. So I posed the question to this lady who is the owner of this dingo sanctuary. She knows all about dingoes and all about dogs. She's a very knowledgeable woman, and her response shocked me a little bit. Can I ask you, the brindle dingo?
Yeah.
Is there a chance that people mistake the thylacine for a brindle dingo in the wild?
No.
No?
Thylacine has a tail like a kangaroo.
Yeah.
And look, do I dare admit this? I have seen what I think was a thylacine.
No way, really?
Yes, not very far from here, a long time ago. But I didn't know what it was I was seeing, so I pulled the car over and drew what I had just seen so that I could go home and check it with everything. But, now we've got these little things that have stripes on their back and what have you. But this thing had hopped through the fence and crossed, and it was dusk, and I thought, what the hell is that? I didn't know that it was called thylacine.
Yeah.
And then I looked through all the books and I said, well, it looks like a thylacine. Anyway, about 2 years later, we had a stand, an information booth at the Seymour Farming Expo, which is not far away from where I saw this thing.
Yeah.
And this lady came up to me and she said, what was that question?
Yeah.
Would one of these get mistaken for a thylacine? And I said, look, people who have never seen a thylacine wouldn't know, but I said, I've seen a lot of dingoes, and I think I've seen a thylacine.
I was going to say...
And she said, really? Me too, where?
Yeah.
And I said, well, you tell me what. She said, I've seen one. I said, where? And she told me exactly the place where I
No
had
way.
seen. So, I do believe that they're nocturnal, they're utterly secretive, like our quoll, our native cat. It's utterly secretive. You'll never see it in the daytime.
So do you think they could still be in Australian mainland?
We have them on our own cameras from down here. In the forest, just right down here.
What do you mean?
The native cats.
Oh, what about thylacine?
No
You don't think that could still be
thylacine.
there?
Look, and there are so many crazy thylacine
Yeah.
seekers.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
People say to me, yeah, well, that's the reason, these wiped out the thylacines, because they persisted in Tasmania.
Yeah.
But that is utter rubbish, because I believe that species would have died out. Anyway, there's a cave across the road here and down the hill, 1 kilometre. It's called the Gisborne Caves. It was a very favourite place of the early naturalists. It was called the Gisborne Bone Caves.
Yeah.
And in that cave they found thylacine bones, they're all in our museum, dingo bones, and diprotodon bones, which is megafauna,
Yeah.
all in that one cave. Now, right then they didn't know about stratas and being careful with them and understanding that the stratas meant something else, and who knows, whether the dingo had caught the thylacine and chewed it up in there or what. They were jawbones.
Yeah.
But they were all found just a kilometre from here, and we know that the dingoes used to roam around this area here.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you
as far as thylacines go, I believe they still exist somewhere.
Really?
I do.
Would you say like Tasmania?
Only because I have seen that animal, yeah?
Yeah, and you're sure of that?
Well, I'm sure of it, but I don't tell people.
I
I don't want people saying,
Oh no, of course not though, but like I think it's interesting because you work with dingoes and
Yes.
you've been around dingoes for a long time.
yes,
That you would know if you saw a dingo.
absolutely. I can tell the difference between a dog and a dingo because I'm a dog judge.
Yeah.
I've judged dogs for 80 years.
The thylacine I find interesting. I'd
course you
I'd love to go to Tasmania to have a look.
You'll go, everybody wants to go there. I can put you in touch with some thylacine crazies. I really, really, really morally dislike the idea of them trying to...
Well, make another one.
Because they're
cloning.
obviously a social animal. They have a litter.
Yeah.
So that means that they're social. You can't bring something into the world that doesn't have a parent to teach it. It's morally wrong. I really hate it. I can't help it. That comes from just in me.
You think they're still out there somewhere? Interesting. I mean, it would be amazing to see if they're still about.
Well, I wasn't amazed when I saw this thing. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And then later I realised what it was. And of course, there's a marvellous museum in Tasmania you've got to go to.
Yeah, the natural history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thylacine. It's absolutely fabulous. You know, they've got the films and the pictures of them and moving and everything else. And you know when you see these old movies, they weren't even Super 8. They were.
Yeah.
But you can see that they don't move anything like a dog.
No.
And they weren't
Weird, aren't they?
nimble. They weren't anything. And,
So
and they had
cute.
pouched young. I mean, that is such an ancient form of
Yeah.
mammal,
Yeah.
right? And so, you know, and they had such a tiny brain case.
Yeah.
They would not have been agile like these.
No.
So if they were competing for the same prey, these would have won every
Easily,
time.
easily, yeah. So there you have it. Completely threw me. I didn't expect that to be happening. And when she said she had some on camera, I was like, oh my God, what do you mean? Miscommunication that little bit, but oh well. But anyway, I wanted to leave that with you guys. What did you think about that? Do you think this woman's telling the truth? Do you think there could be thylacine still on mainland Australia? Let's take into account that this woman has serious knowledge on dogs and dog breeds and dingoes. Could she have got this mistaken? I thought it was all fascinating, and again, the dingo sanctuary in Melbourne, if you're ever there, please honestly just go. It's so good. You get up close and personal with dingoes. Like I said, there'll be a video soon, but just go check that out. It's wicked. But thought I'd share that with you. Maybe Stripey is still in mainland Australia. I don't know. What do you think?